Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
All right, you guys, we're back at it again on today. This is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button because we got more news to talk about, more breaking news with the Detroit Lions on today. The Lions have signed 7 out of 13 unrestricted free agents, and Kalif Raymond happened to be one of those guys that they decided to bring back. Kalif Raymond had a breakout season with the Lions, I think his best season, over 500-some yards receiving, and I believe about 4 or 5 touchdowns on the season, something like that. Dude was electrifying with the ball in his hand whenever he had a opportunity, and he made the most of it. So definitely, man, I think what we're seeing here is Detroit is rewarding the guys that played well for them last season and bringing them back. And all of this is for the culture, you know, being able to have a culture that people can meet the standards. And these are some of the guys last season that met the standards of what the team was looking for: grit, heart, determination, and always going to give it 110 when they're out on the field. So solid pickup for the Detroit Lions. The receiving room is getting really, really big. Don't know what the Lions are going to do when it comes to the draft. Will they decide to take one receiver, or will they decide to take 2 receivers? We don't know, but somebody is going to be on the bubble, whether it be Cephas or whether it be Tom Kennedy or McKinley, whoever they have on this roster. It's going to be some guys that is not going to make the roster this season, especially with giving Raymond a 2-year deal reportedly worth $9.5 million. So team-friendly deal for him. Definitely probably one of his biggest paydays as a NFL free agent, and rightfully so. The Detroit Lions bring a guy back that could be a return specialist for them, whether it be punt return, kick return, or somebody that comes in and gets jet sweeps or is able to just, change up a little things when Detroit wants to change up some things, and they can use Kalif Raymond, especially when guys got hurt last year. He stepped up really, really big, and he made the catches. He's not the biggest guy, but he was catching the ball, and that's all you need is somebody that's going to catch the football. And Kalif Raymond provided that for the Lions last season. So it's going to be interesting, guys, to see where the Lions really ultimately do in the draft, because we don't know what direction the Lions are really going to go in, especially at pick 32 and 34, because we were possibly thinking that those picks are probably going to be a wide receiver. But I'm starting to think that the Lions are going to go with a lot of defensive guys in this draft. And I'm not going to say that the people that wanted to get defense, you just can't get all defense. You got to be able to mix it up a little bit too as well. But the Detroit Lions, they got some decisions to make, man, especially at the safety position. What are you going to do with Will Harris? Are you going to double up and grab 2 safeties out of the draft? How are you going to handle it? Or do the Detroit Lions have something up their sleeves where they're going to bring in another free agent at the safety spot? So inquiring minds want to know what the Lions will be doing. But ultimately, at the end of the day, bringing Kalif Raymond back was not a bad thing. He did perform well. And sometimes you have to reward players that played well for you last season. And Raymond did that for the Lions. Anytime somebody got hurt, he was able to step up. He was able to make the catches. He looked it good in preseason. He looked it good at the training camps. And then when he got into the season, he played well. So that's what you're looking for, man. Just looking for a guy to be on his A game and break it every time. But now, what the Detroit Lions ultimately do in the draft, I do not know. But I do think that the Lions have 10 picks, and I think probably 6 of those picks might end up being defensive guys. And I think 4 could end up being offensive. And I think that the rest of it will be defense. The way that the Lions are deciding to go, picking up DJ Chark on today, and then re-signing Kalif Raymond. And you already still have Cephas on the team, and you have McKinley, and you have Tom Kennedy at the receiver spot. And, I can't forget Trinity Benson as well. So somebody is probably not going to make the roster, or they will probably end up being on the practice squad. But however the Detroit Lions decide to attack the draft, I hope that they can get the best possible wide receiver that's going to help this group get better, because ultimately at the end of the day, you want to see the Lions get better You want to see the team get better, and there is nothing wrong with bringing back guys that play well for you. So I'm all for it. And if you're a Detroit Lion fan, make sure you leave down in the comments what do you think about the signing of Kalif Raymond, bringing him back and running it back with Kalif Raymond, running it back today with Charles Harris, and also bringing in a big body wide receiver in DJ Shark. So some solid moves for the Lions. I still was kind of baffled with them picking up Tim Boyle and bringing him back, but I do know it's a cheap deal that he's on, so maybe that's the route they wanted to go. They didn't want to spend a lot of money on a free agent quarterback when they could just bring back somebody that knows the system. So it is what it is. But ultimately, at the end of the day, now we don't really know what the Lions are going to do, whether they decide to trade back, whether they decide to stay at the 2. But what we do know is that we need safety help. We need possibly grabbing another corner, and we definitely could double up on linebackers in any other position that we may want to take a stab at when it comes to pass rush and having some edge rush. We definitely might double up on those positions. And I think that doubling up on guys is not a bad thing, especially when you need depth as the Detroit Lions. So shout out to Kalif Raymond for getting a 2-year deal, reportedly worth $9.5 million. I think it's up to $9.5 million. So it's always going to be an incentive-based deal with the Detroit Lions. So this is Raw Detroit reporting on the Detroit Lions news. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here. Till next time. Peace.